Hi. In this video, we will look at item placement tool and more especially on the UDF fields, how we can actually define our own valid values. What we have here is business partner, but again, this can be done on any screen. And let's quickly take this test field and put it onto the main window. So having it on the main window, we see that field as a normal edit text where we can write pretty much anything. But what if we wanted that field instead to be some valid values? We could of course have made the field with fixed valid values or linked to a table, but it could also be that these values should be dynamic in nature. It could be that it should show all the different years different people have purchased invoices, or it could be something else. I have two samples and I want to go to them. But before we can actually do it, we need to look into our configuration here. Go back to what we put in and say that the type of the field should actually not be an edit text. It needs to be a combo box. Doing so, we have the option. Right now you won't see it because we need to reload, but we get a combo box, but we have no valid values in them. So valid values are put in to the field called valid values. Makes sense. And if we look in the help file, we will be able to see that if we find valid values, it tells us that you can put in some values like this. So they are fixed. So let's put that in. So we are saying yes, comma, y, comma yes, semicolon, n, comma no, p, comma perhaps. So this is a set of values because a valid value field normally always need a value and a description. So doing so, let's have a look in the system that we now have a combo box where we can say yes, no, or perhaps. And the system just works. But this we could have done with the normal user-defined field and put in those values. So this is only if you, after the fact, find out you need to have valid values but didn't put it in. So instead, as mentioned in the system, you can also write SQL colon and then a SQL in order to make that into valid values. So I prepared a few SQLs here. I have the first one here. It's just giving me some different years. That's where there have been invoices. So if I take that SQL and go back to business one, write SQL colon in order to tell it you should treat it as SQL, and then put in the SQL, you will be able to see that my combo box have now changed into the different years invoices have been changed, and I can as well again choose the values. Let's take it away and do a bit more standard thing. If you want a secondary sales employee on business partners for some reporting or something, and in my case I don't want the no sales employee, I need to choose one. I could make another SQL, write SQL colon, and put that in. So we would end up with the different sales people instead into the system. So very, very easy to do. You just take your field that is normally an edit text, turn it into a combo box, and define the valid values. So with that, I hope it was beneficial, and thank you for attending.